Hey everybody, Travis at Rob Family Farm this morning. It is the Saturday before Thanksgiving. Got a few things I want to get done today. The first thing is we're going to take this. That's the smallest birds we got, and they're getting pretty big now. They're ready to be moved. So you can see right here where we've been working this chicken tractor down. But we're going to start working them back down to where they ain't been on that clean grass right there and end up putting them in this coop. So we'll get that done, and then we'll get into what else I'm gonna be working on today. I've also got to tighten this bell ring up right here for that hay. I've got it at least halfway ate down, so I'll fluff it up, try to tighten that ring up too today. So let's get this chicken tractor moved. Do it slow enough. You gotta worry about running over nobody. I'm gonna move it a couple times today and just really work on getting it down close to that other coop so we can get them in it. Every time I move it, these few chickens come running because they clean up what's left. Yeah, they've gotten pretty big. So let's go get them some food. They were out of food. Everybody in this coop right here, and that's their house, their nesting house. They're all young chickens, no layers. There's one or two, the little fuzzy-headed ones. Looks like they got mohawks or whatever. You can see him poking his head out there. They're laying, but they're tiny, so that's all the young ones in this one. And then all of these and these two runs and the laying house are all laying. So what our plan is what I'm gonna work on here in a minute, is this is gonna be our mobile egg mobile. I went and got some lumber this morning to try to work on it some more. So I'm gonna deck the whole thing, put one by slats on it so the chicken poop can fall through on the ground. And on the back side here, I'm gonna start out by building about a house from back there to about right here to start with. And then close it all completely in. Put a door coming out the back here for them to get down. Just a small chicken door for them to come down. And then also on the front here, there's gonna be a house here. And then put a door here and steel wood slat floor up here. And for now, I'm gonna put one of these runs on the front of it. So that way they have an open run on the trailer for now, and then they can get out the back and go out. And then we're gonna be moving this just around the farm, either up there around the garden area, in the pastures, just wherever, just around. And all the ones that are laying will be in it. All the juveniles for now will be in this building with just one, this other run. There's two runs here, there are two pieces. So it'll be just be that run, and then the juveniles will be in there with just the run and closed up for now. And then spring, my plan is to move the juveniles into the egg mobile. And then these little ones, you can see one right there with the mohawks. We've got hens and roosters of those. And then these giants that we have, there's one right there. Those two breeds I'm gonna keep in this coop come spring, and we're gonna try to get some eggs just out of those and try to hatch them. We're gonna see how that works, but then I can do away with all this wire here and that. So it'll just be that house for the babies in the spring like we normally do. So that's our plan, but for the winter I'd like to get this done in the next couple of weeks, at least enough to get one of these runs on the front and then the house built so I can get all these. See, y'all can see how they wore the ground out here. It's winter time, so they're not going to grow any grass anyway, but they've been out here too long, so I want to get this out of here, at least one of them, and then get this taken down. Let this grass start growing again. So that's the plan for the day. First, get them some food. Then I think I'll go down there and try to fluff up that hay bale, and then we'll get started on the chicken tractor. Look at them come running. Hear that food. Like they ain't got none in their coop. For some food. Just filled it up yesterday, so they wasn't out that long. All right, get my tripod, get my GoPro, and see if we can fluff that hay bale up real quick. And that works really well, that way we wrap it around. I don't know if y'all seen that in some of my older videos. If you look for a way to save hay waste, that right there is the way. Might throw them some feed out, get them to, all of them, get them to get out of that coop today. Here comes Eeyore. Hey buddy, Eeyore. What you doing, buddy? Separated the buck a week ago, I guess. We put him back there with the big animals. Calmed his attitude down. I should have done that a long time ago. So we're gonna walk down here and try to fix this hay bale. All right. Down here. See what we can do on this hay bale. Didn't even notice it knocked me down. So what I got is just this, I think it's a goat panel, and I've cut it about 2 foot tall. And I use this ratchet strap that runs right around through here and just squeeze it up. And I cut the bells off. It barely fits around, but that's about as small as I'll make it. And they'll bust it all down. I can fluff it up. You see how fluffed up it is now. They'll eat most of that down, and then about the time it's gone, I can bring out another one and just pull that to the side. And then what's left in it, just throw it in here for bedding. The biggest issue I got is that one right there getting on top. In the past, I've hung this over top of it, about a foot off the top of it, so they can still get their heads between it. But then the chickens start roosting on it, then you got chicken poop on it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've thought about, I want a bale cradle is what I want to put in here, but if I had one of those, then I can move it from here to back there to that barn when I move them to that section. But don't have one yet. I'm watching Marketplace looking for one. But what I've thought about doing is taking these panels, because I got a bunch of these I recycled, as you can see there on the back wall there, but putting them about from here, which is about a foot above that, up from here to that post, and then from that post to that post, and also across here. I don't know if that would deter her from jumping up there or not, but then that would make me have to take this down when I put a new bale in here. Probably, I don't know, I could probably drop it down flat here and just slide it in there. But it's just a pain to do that, so as long as she don't stay on them too much. She was on it a little bit, but she ain't been on it in a couple days, so if she don't stay on it too much, sleeping up there and all that junk, then I ain't got to worry about it, but we'll see how it goes. Another project I got a bunch of old tires. There's one there, old tractor tire, and I've got 2 or 3 old truck tires and some other tires. I want to cement in the ground up here, kind of right in that area somewhere, maybe on this hillside. Just something, because when we have babies, this is the pasture we keep them in until they're older, so that'll give them something to jump on and play on. But let's go see what else we can get into. We're going to start on this. I know what we're getting into. We're going to start on this eggmobile. And I also got a call from the neighbor over yonder. The bull's ready to come home. He rented my bull. He's got 4 heifers over there. Well, 3 of them's a heifer, one of them's a cow. But he's got those over there that needed bred, so he borrowed my bull. So we got to go get it. I don't know when the wife's going to want to do that. Sometime in the next week. But I'm going to top this trough off, then we'll get over there and work on that tractor. Alright, before I get started on the eggmobile, this right here is a door. It used to be a chicken coop, and it has a hinge on the bottom here. But what it is now, that house that went on, is Willie's house right over there. Our little dog, the little bagel. And so what I did is I cut it out to where it could close his whole big door in. In the summertime we take this out so he gets more airflow in there and stuff. But in the wintertime I'll put this back on there, and it kind of locks in place with 2 little bolts and latches right there on each side. One right there. But I'll put this on there so he could barely get in and out. But what I've been using it for is I put it on the coop door where it goes out in the pasture, because the little goats can get through the door that's there. But now it needs to go in Willie's house, but I still got little goats in that pasture. So I'm going to take this piece of plywood here and cut out the same hole in it, the same size, and put it in there to close that hole up a little bit so only the chickens can get in and out. There we go. So what this will do, I'll take y'all in here and show you. There's a chicken here trying to lay an egg. It's kind of dark in here. I don't know if y'all will be able to. There's my hole right there. This kind of reinforces it. So what I'll do is I'll get me some 10 screws, go on the other side, and screw the 10 to that piece of plywood. Keep that door small like that. I've got a rat problem and I can't figure it out. There's a big hole right there. I've got one in that corner. And I don't see where he's eating eggs. He may be. I think he's just eating chicken food. You can see where he's digging right around there. And I've got some holes up under this house. And I've put poison out the best I can, but I can't leave it out way out because the dog get into it, or the goats or something, or the chickens. So I try to keep it in his holes. Tried sticky traps, but they just get dusty and they don't stick no more. I've got those bucket traps. I've tried them. I'm gonna put peanut butter in them. And that's these right here. They got a little ramp up. You put bait right here. When they get on it, it flops down and it's full, about 2 inches of water. But the seed that I put on just falls in there somehow. Maybe the chickens are getting it, but I'm gonna put peanut butter on the inside of that, up under that little hole, and see if that works a little better. But in all these cracks and crevices and around here where the animals can't get to it, I got rat poison and up on these shelves and stuff. But I don't know if the rat's worried about the poison because he's got free chicken food. So let's get started on this deal. And the first thing I gotta do is I'm gonna get all this plywood unscrewed off of it, because it's not gonna have a plywood bottom anywhere. And then when this is recycled from our church, we were gonna throw it away, and I was gonna throw it away actually till I brought it here and realized it was perfect. width for this. So when we were going to throw it away, we cut it in half right down through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice these 2x6s back together. I'm going to splice them together, take the plywood off, then I'll slide this whole deck back to here. And wherever it falls up here, I'll start my new boards. That's as big as it was when we took it apart to here. So I'm gonna start my new boards and run it up to here. And then start tapering in, because I'm gonna deck the whole thing. And I may, right here's the front of it, and then the trailer, you can see the beams right there. I may just put the floor to here and then just deck this like a regular deck. Because eventually what I want to do is up here is where my man door is going to go in, so I can go to the coop from this end. And then once I close it completely in. But I would like to put a rain barrel up here on the front. And maybe one on the back. And put gutters on this thing. On one side or the other, maybe a rain barrel mounted right here. And that way all their water, because it's going to be out in the pasture, out and about, so if I can get a good amount of water collected off the top of this, I won't have to carry water out there. I can just open that up and fill their waters up. So this front just might be a deck. But anyway, let's get started. That's going to be the problem. Getting the wood and years of grime cleaned out of the top head of these screws so I could back them out. I got all the plywood stripped off. Get all the boards laid out. So I just got a few nails to pull out of the tops or screws or whatever. But I think I got her laid out correct. Now what I'm going to do is, these were nailed in, so I run screws on the edge here into the boards, 3-inch screws. So I'm going to do that on this side all the way down, run the screws in, and then I'm going to go through and take these blocks that I'm recycling right here, and I'll scab each 2x6 together down the middle, butt them together, and then scab them, put some screws in these blocks to hold them together. Now, I will use these. I'll slide these two boards out and then butt them together, and I'll scab that board all the way down through there, so the deck will be wider than what it is. way down. All right, I got all stripped and all the middle put on, and then I've got this back board screwed from underneath through the angle iron into that board, so it's secured right there. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I may have just messed this up, but I just went down and straightened this side up, and I didn't even think about straightening this side first. So we'll see. As you can see, this is really clicking, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this side on, and then we'll see how I messed up. Alrighty. Well, that's what we're gonna do all the way down through there.